This is Irontrader. This is the last call of the day. So we're going to take a look here at crude oil and natural gas. But first of all, we'll take a look at one of my favorites, NVDA, and then we'll take a look here at Target, TGT. At the end of the video, the support and resistance levels are posted for crude oil and natural gas. This video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation advice on stock market ETF. Please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Okay, here we have NVIDIA. Now we have the nice big daily chart going on here, okay? So you can see here we have a low, a higher low, higher low, higher low, all the way through here. So even if this comes down to this 50-day, this is still going to be very, very good shape here, okay? And even in this retest, okay? So you look at this retest here, is at 132.11, which is basically just the bottom of that candle right there, okay? So right now here, the chart is still very bullish. Now, again, we had the earnings out. Okay, and they were blowout numbers, okay? And I think going forward, any kind of pullback on this, as long as it holds its support levels, can go much, much higher. I would figure on this thing here for at least the next couple, 3 months with this Blackwell chip. It's going to go much, much higher, okay? So right now the NASDAQ here is up about 42. Some are participating, some aren't. Amazon's participating. Microsoft isn't. A lot of these here, like Apple's up like 78 cents here. So again, they're just basically, we had a good run up on it and now we're basically just selling it off. But that doesn't mean there's anything wrong with this stock here, okay? So just look at it. So here's what I want to show you. When this runs up here, you can see here it gets a sideways action on top and then it comes right on down, okay? Then we had the sideways action and then make a double top and it comes on down. Then we have this sideways action again, come on down. Okay, sideways action, come on down, and then sideways action, come on down. So this is really nothing here to really worry about. Okay, now here another thing is to what we want to look at. Let's look at the downside here first. Is just watch this key level. This is 134.41. Okay, and then right below that here, what we got is we got that retest of 132.11, and then you could come down to your 100-day at 125.89. Now, if it even gets there, I mean, we don't know that yet. Okay. But what do we have here? Okay, so we put in the low. So what you want to do is just follow this candle. So far today's low here, you had 136.22 level. So what we do is just follow right down here. What do we got? Your next level is going to be 135.57. Okay, then we'll come down here to that bottom of the candle, 134.57. Which lines up very, very nice here with that 134.41 level. Okay, so what you really need to know is right here is your support levels, then your 50-day, and then your retest. Okay, now upside here, well, what you want to do is really you want to get back above this 21-day. Okay, that's going to be key. That's at 142.60. And then right above that, we have that 8 SMA here at 143.44. Okay, now again, if we can keep on climbing, then we'll look to the top of this candle here. You're looking at that 147.16. And then we want to just take the top of here, 149.77, and then your big retest up there at 152.89. Now, this is a very, very good trading stock. I trade this every day here. And even if you can get some scalps out of it here, that's all that matters to me if I can get points out of the old stock here. But I own this long term, and you know, all this needs to do is just have a little bit of news. Hey, okay, somebody else bought the Blackwell chip or somebody else is doing this, and this thing will run right back up here to the highs. But right now, this chart is still very, very bullish situation. Now, the green is below your red here, so it looks like, okay, momentum's there to the downside, obviously. And then here, your RSI here is rolling over here down to 45. But what we're looking for here is a buying opportunity. So we're going to see if we can hold that key 50-day, if it comes down to that level, or even down to that 132 level, or if it loses it, down to that 125.89 level here. But just look here for a buying opportunity here to take this bad boy long. Okay, let's take a look here now at Target. Okay, here's Target stock. Now you can see here, this came in here after the earnings. They missed, they guided lower. I mean, it just right off the, right off the cliff. Okay, right here. No, man out the window kind of a situation. Okay, right there. But then here it is. We had like another kind of like a topping tail situation. And then you notice that Friday, we had that green candle which engulfed the topping tail situation. And today we have this gap up, okay? Now, the beauty of having the gap up is, look how far this can run up here very, very nicely, okay? So always look at that situation. Now, the retailer's going to have a little bit tough this year because you got to figure this is the 25th. Usually you celebrate Thanksgiving on the 25th. So they're going to have about 5 days less than what they normally have. And what Target has to do is, instead of going on their merchandise, I think what they do is focus more on the food, get the lower prices like what Walmart is. Even though Walmart is really not that cheap if you shop there, the best shopping if you want to get food is Aldi's. They have fresh, I mean, everything, and they have this money back guarantee, which is unbelievable. Okay, so I go there, I have a bad pepper. Okay, I cut the pepper open, multi-pepper, and it's black on the inside. I take it back, and I said to the girl, she looked at it, she said, oh, this is no good. So what she did is she gave me a brand new pack of 3 peppers, and she gave me my money back. So it's more like a double your money back situation. Now, they have excellent salmon there. They have excellent, I mean, if you're looking at for grass-fed beef, all the way to Greek yogurt to whatever, they have it right there at Aldi's really at the best price. Found some great shrimp there the other day, okay? So if you want to check out Aldi's, they're good. I should be the spokesman for them. But anyway, I should say, but what Walmart is doing is a lot of people are buying into it at lower prices. Target is doing with the merchandise, but they got to get the prices and concentrate on getting that food. That's where people are spending the money on, because they're very cautious buyer right now, kind of a situation. So let's look at the downside here first. Okay, so we left the gap up. So you want to look at the bottom of this, 127.51. There's your gap. And then look to the top here, 125.75. So your gap and your fill, okay? And then we can just work yourself down here, okay? So you got a little higher that is 124.10, and then we want to look at that retest at 120.21 level here, okay? But the upside is really kind of unlimited here. If this thing can keep right on running, you can take this right here from this 131.27 right to that 139.72 level. That's awesome, okay? But right now, you look at the top of today's candle, you're looking at 131.88. But look at the bottom of this candle here. I should say all the way up here, I should say, is 154.10. There's your gap, and there's your fill. Yes, this is going to be resistance, resistance, resistance all the way up here, but gap and then fill all the way up here to the bottom of that candle. So that is a lot of room to run. If they can get their shit together, this could run much, much higher here, okay? So just watch today's low and watch this gap and this fill, and then that 120.21 retest. But again, if we can take that bad boy up here, watch that 8-day, then you have obviously the 21-day. You have all this resistance here, okay? So you look to the bottom, you got 145.08. We look here, you got 147.60, and we come over here, you got 149.90, and then we come all the way up to the top here, and you go 151.92, and then we can come all the way to that gap. But again, a lot of times these gaps will get filled, and this could run all the way up here very, very nicely. Okay, let's take a look here now at crude oil and natural gas. Okay, here we have crude oil daily chart, natural gas daily chart. Now you can see here, if you look at all the commodities here, they're all down today. I mean, even look at like a Bitcoin, look at gold, look at silver. All the commodities are rolling over pretty hard, okay? Now, if you look at check out my midday trading video, I have the seasonality charts up there for crude oil and natural gas. So if you haven't seen them, check it out, and they're right on there. So you can, or you can go to equityclock.com. It's all right there for you. Now you can see here with this big ass red candle, we took out all these days here pretty much. Okay, so what we're looking at here for, let's just take a look at the upside first. So you want to have to reclaim this 8-day. Okay, that's 69.15. And then what we're going to do is you want to reclaim this 21-day. That's 69.52. Then we can just follow the candles. Okay, so you look at the top there, you got 69.96, and we'll come up to the top of here. You got 70.38, and then we have that 50-day sitting right there at 70.64, and then we have Friday's high, that's 71.52. You crack above that, 72.88, that's going to be your target, okay? So that's what we got. But again, I'm still short this because we lost that 50-day, and I kept on going with the short and watching 20, then we lost that 8-day, so I just kept the short rate on. So I'm going to see what the futures are here at 6 p.m., and then we're going to be trading against today's candle. Okay, now say this thing keeps around going down lower. So what you want to do is watch today's low, 68.74, and then we'll come down to the bottom here, looking at 68.48. Then we'll come right here, okay, down at 67.92. We can come over here, you're looking at 67.28, and then we just follow all the way down to 66.53 level. Okay, that's your big retest there. But let's just see how this shakes out here. Is this just a one-day deal, or it's going to be like this, come right on down, like here, come right on down. We got to see how this all shakes out. But when you look at this, you still have a low, okay, higher low, and then we have a pretty much like a higher low situation here. So we got to see here as we work this up here, is this going to take right back off again? Are we going to have sideways action? What is going to happen? But when you look at the big time picture, you can see here, you're still in a downtrend, okay? Just like here, downtrend, another downtrend. So we got to see how this is all going to shake out. And realistically, again, these were the war premiums, like I've been warning you about here, that were in this factor. Now, we haven't heard anything today at all about any kind of attacks or any kind of a retaliation or anything that is happening. Okay, so we're not into World War III just yet. Of course, the day ain't over. But I just say, so far, we're gonna be okay here. So just watch these futures when this watch this candle, I should say, when those futures open up, and that's what you're gonna be trading is that high, that low. But watch that 8-day, that 21-day, and that 50-day. Very, very crucial on the upside. Now, natural gas, we had that contract roll here starting on Sunday, and now you can see here where basically you got a topping tail situation. This is that other last contract roll where it popped right on up here and then came right on down. But we had a really nice good run up here, even though it went down, held the 21-day, and then we went above that 8-day, closed above, and then we had a nice good run up until Friday, and then we had a nice high, but then she took it all right on out there, 1, 2, 3. Now, what we want to look at is on the upside. Is obviously we want to look here. We'll look over to the top of this candle here first, okay? So 3.45, and then we'll come 3.46, and then 3.56. That is going to be your big retest. On the downside, you just want to watch today's low. That's at 3.26. We want to watch the top of this candle, 3.23. Then we can just follow the candles all the way down. You got 3.19, and this is going to be the key. As long as we hold this roughly 07, then this is still a very, very good bullish chart situation, because look at here, RSI still looking good. Your green over red, this is still looking good. So even if it comes down to 8, this could be a good buying opportunity to take that bad boy up higher, I should say. So we got to see how this is all going to shake out. So what you do is you watch today's high and today's low for 3.46, 3.26. Okay, and that's what we're going to be trading against when those futures open there at 6 o'clock, because you still got a couple hours that you can trade against. Now, UNG, you can trade that 24 hours a day, and now Schwab is opening up a lot of stuff that you can trade 24 hours a day. XLE, Tesla, Netflix, Google, Apple, Microsoft, Meta, Amazon, all this stuff is being in a process here. We can do trade 24 hours a day. Yeah. Like my wife isn't pissed off enough with me all this trading. Now I'll be up at 2. She said, "Yeah, now you're gonna be up at 2 o'clock in the morning trading." Okay, so we'll just leave that as that is. But anyway, today what you do is look at those futures, okay, at 6 p.m. and just watch today's high and low. That's what we're going to trade against. If it goes higher, we know we're going to go at 3.56. If you go lower, we know where it's going to go. It's going to be that 8 simple moving average. This here on the Crude ski, you just watch today's low and today's high, and on the upside, just watch that 50, that 21-day, and that 50 to 21-day, and that 8-day. Very, very crucial there on the upside to get back above. If not, we're going to have this kind of a scenario, okay, which could very well be you could go above the 8-day into that 21-day, just like we had here, and then come right on down. Okay, so let's just see how she all shakes out. All right, I'll be back here tomorrow morning before 7. Trade what's in front of you, not what you want.